Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have another really crazy story regarding the PlayStation 5 and Nintendo Switch, where we literally now have a seller now gone to jail, arrested, and just overall, this is like, we just keep on getting some of the weirdest and strangest news going on. Some good, some bad, and a lot of the stuff kind of regards to scalpers and basically people just robbing people now at this point is all over the place. So we have a very intriguing story of a basically 50-year-old man now who was arrested from trying to go and steal PlayStation 5s and Switch hardware too as well, and then basically going and gambling everything and losing everything and ending up in jail. Again, this almost kind of sounds somewhat like the early start of the plot of Squid Game. So this is going to be one of those very strange and interesting stories nonetheless. So let's go and talk about it. If any of you guys are brand new, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below for the PS5 digital console controller. Twitter and Twitch email, well, link down below. Sign up for Weeble, deposit $100, and you guys go get free stock. You even have to steal anything for it. It's even better. It's always withdraw it and sell it right afterwards. And Coinbase, if you guys go buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency, you guys go and get free Bitcoin. And of course, leave your thoughts and comments and like the video down below, because every now and then we get these stories, and I don't even believe what I'm even reading and seeing half the time. So if you guys are in the same boat, leave a comment down below. So once again, when it comes to all these kind of crazy stories everywhere, I think we're gonna get even more and more as we get inch closer and closer towards Christmas time. But with this one, we actually have a now story of a Japanese man over here who has now been arrested for allegedly selling off around 200 game consoles. So he's scalping. I don't know. You guys can actually maybe leave a comment down below. I kind of feel like even if you steal the consoles and then you go and sell them, I would probably still round you on up for a scalper. Maybe you guys disagree on it, but I mean, maybe at that point you're just a robber. I don't know. But basically, this man has basically sold around 200 different game consoles that he was literally in charge of with delivering. Like, what is going on over here, man? What is going on nowadays? So with this, basically the suspect, a 50-year-old unemployed man who was identified as Fuyuki Manmura, hopefully I said that right and correctly, was arrested by the Tokyo police now after making off with a delivery of PlayStation 5s and Nintendo Switch hardware and games, as spotted by Kotaku, then gambling the money he made from selling the stolen merchandise on horse racing. Like, I'm not exaggerating. This literally just sounds like the very first episode of Squid Games, where I'm just expecting the character now to go and have a bunch of people with red suits go and basically go and yoink them, and then he has to go and compete to go pay off all these people for their PlayStation 5s. So the Japanese website Senki says that the goods were basically worth around 1.5 million yen, or around $40,000, in USD, around 38,000 euros, and that Manamura had been entrusted to deliver the items by a shipping company. Instead, he allegedly sold units to secondhand stores, chiefly around Tokyo's Akihabara district, earning around $20,000 from their sale. So first and foremost, he's selling it underpriced, which is even just kind of weirder on that one. Maybe he was just trying to get rid of the goods as fast as possible. Maybe he was just trying to be like, just whatever you can go and take. I just need to not have a trace. I have like maybe one day. Maybe I can go and say like I got lost in traffic. Whatever it is, they're just trying their best to like offload the goods as fast as possible and try to be like, yep, I've known who you are. Give me cash. I'm out of here. I'm just gonna leave. But like, this is kind of insane because this was literally $40,000 or 200 game consoles, and this is kind of like the equivalent. If you guys saw, we actually saw FedEx earlier on this week go and just have one of the employees just throw all the packages. Now, I think this would actually be a little bit worse in my opinion, because they're trying to go and steal and then essentially go and sell the consoles, and the companies have to get it back. And these orders maybe either were for like stores or people to actually go get their consoles like normal folks. And instead they're kind of now ended up in like weird kind of sketchy secondhand stores. And it's kind of like I said, it's kind of like the equivalent of FedEx basically just being like, well, we have your console. Well, not anymore. Kind of going from there. So basically both the Nintendo and Sony consoles are still very much in very short supply, even more so than America. Like, America's actually been very blessed where we get a lot more PS5 and Switch restocks. The comparison numbers are like multitudes, millions more in America and also in the UK in comparison to Japan, where I believe Japan only just recently went past 1 million console sales, at least in Japan too as well. So it's kind of crazy to go and see this because these consoles are even like harder to be in demand. There are scalpers everywhere. People like even like for a lot of these actual like basically websites and like walk-in retailers for Japan, they kind of have to keep on like changing up their system and changing about how they go and like basically get rid of scalpers and all this stuff put together because they just have such a big scalping problem. I would actually say it's even bigger than us in America. I think America has a really big botting problem. I think Japan has a really big scalping problem of people basically going in stores using secondhand credit cards. We've even seen reports of people using fake IDs to go and get a secondary console. I'm sure that happens in America too, but it's definitely been all over the place in Japan, where I think there was a news article that had it like at 75% of all consoles that were bought were for scalpers to go be sent out to other folks in there. So basically, you guys can go and see there's a big stocks problem, big scalping problem, and now apparently even off of this news over here, a lot of just people just literally just stealing the consoles too mixed on in. So even with this too as well, it's easy to understand how retailers would have snapped up what had been presumed to be trade-ins for the secondary market. While these crimes are reported to have taken place in early October, it's still not entirely clear how or why the suspect was given a responsibility for delivering the consoles, beyond it being at the request of an acquitted. So basically, this almost kind of seems like even a more secondhand weird issue, or it seems like it's just some random guy's uncle, or whatever it is, and then they're like, hey, yo, Jim, you want to go and do a delivery? And then this is how we go and start Breaking Bad, like the second season. That was actually not a good reference at all. I don't think in the second season was even that bad. Anyway, never. This is why we leave our comments to the news, not the jokes. So basically, Minamura allegedly then laid low in internet cafes, which I mean, rightfully so. If you just win and try to go and sell 200 consoles for 20K, you probably want to try to be a little bit on the low side after you just robbed up a car. And then in Tokyo, many internet cafes can be found with food and washroom facilities, and some even have private booths where users can unofficially sleep in. As a result, it's not uncommon for some people to essentially live in them on a semi-permanent basis. Kotaku quotes the suspect as saying, "I made off with all the consoles, PlayStations, and Switches because I was having money problems. I bet nearly all the money on horse racing." This really just sounds like just a Netflix show. After his arrest, Minamura has confessed to the charges as well, mixed on in. So, like, dude, like, I don't know what to even say for this. This has kind of been some news that's coming up all throughout the Black Friday. I just can't believe that this is still floating around. Like, first and foremost, we already have problems, like I mentioned, for FedEx and all these other various places, you know, like Amazon delivery, or even USPS. We're seeing, like, packages getting stolen. We're seeing warehouse consoles getting stolen. We're basically seeing issues pretty much everywhere. It's not fun. I don't like seeing this. It makes me really sad seeing this overall. Like, it just makes me so sad. Like, especially when people want to go and replace out things. We've seen reports of people replacing out the PlayStation 5s they try to go buy from third-party sellers with like big bags of rice, or people go and get PS4s. Like, it's just everything that we kind of see with this is just so weird. And I don't want to give him a pass, obviously, but I mean, if you are in like unemployed, you're having money issues, when you have that small opportunity to go and somehow make like 20,000 euros, you know, $20,000, I can understand why you'd go and take it. But at the end of the day, I'm sure they got caught, which you can even see in the article they did. I'm sure you would end up at some point having to understand what's going on. And at the same time, too, as well, you're also basically just going and stealing from folks who are just trying to get their consoles and have a nice day. So when you kind of have a chance to see this, it does kind of rub me off the wrong way seeing this, because come on, like what do you think is gonna happen? And that's how I feel like a lot of these FedEx people too as well, because as we've seen reports of them stealing consoles and getting rid of stuff, also all the times it will go get traced back to them. So like we've actually had FedEx employees get arrested, lose their jobs, have to go and pay fines from basically stealing not even just only consoles, although we have seen them happen to PS5 consoles, but other various products too as well that people need in order. And it just kind of like, it just makes me so upset, because these are literally just people that are just basically scalpers out here trying to make any money they possibly can, and they don't mind if they literally go and steal an entire truckload of literal product from a company or in general and go from there. Like what on earth is going on with this? Like, what on earth is going on with humanity mixed on in? So I will go and say I'm very happy they got caught. I'm very happy they got the consoles back. And as well, just if you guys are ever in the opportunity where you guys can go and steal like 200 PlayStation 5s, I'm sure it's tempting. I'm sure you can make some kid very, very happy for all the prizes you can go give them. But make sure you guys, number one, I guess, don't get caught by the cops. And number two, please just don't do that in the first place. So that's about it for this video itself. If you guys want to leave your thoughts and comments down below, feel free to. As well, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below for the PS5 Digital Console Controller. Twitter and Twitch stream as well, linked down below. Sign up for Weeble, deposit $100, you guys go get a bunch of free stock. Remind, just instantly go and sell it, get all that good stuff. in Coinbase. If you guys go buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency, you guys go and get free Bitcoin. And let me know your thoughts down below. Love you guys.